Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Sometimes some of these baboons forget that the billionaires are human beings too. And I'm not trying to defend the billionaires. I think they have big enough balls to do it themselves if they really want to defend themselves. But when you see some imbecile trying to behave as if a billionaire's money is our money and should be redistributed, because remember, they were distributed in the first place, supposedly. I can't just sit down and say, you know what, yeah, let's get this guy's money. Somehow we deserve it. What am I talking about? I like, in quotation mark, when people discuss how we should tax the billionaires when they're millionaires, the ones that make the laws. Or for instance, I like when they even talk of how much someone should own or how much money we should allow them to have or how many cars they should have. Somehow we are in charge of the correct equilibrium, the cosmos's equilibrium, the universe's equilibrium. We know how much it would be enough for you to have. But for us, no. Don't look at us. Look at the billionaires. So, you know what I mean? I'm not here to defend the billionaires. I'm just here to point to you how we have some people who are trying to dehumanize certain billionaires that at this time is very common to be targets, like Elon Musk. Now let me show you this article here. This comes from Go Banking Rates. Now this is the question. If Elon Musk's wealth was evenly distributed, that's justly, evenly, equitably distributed across America, how much money would every person get? Now you might think, just like this, oh, go banking and talk about these guys, billionaires, how much would it be? For the purpose of scientific research. Now imagine that this guy, and his name is, the author of this garbage, is Alan Joseph. I can only imagine who this Alan Joseph is, and I will show you who he is. Alan Joseph. Two very American names, right? From the Middle East. So, let's start with the beginning. Imagine that he's talking about your father. So let's say your father worked hard and made a lot of money. And you have a person over there who is writing an article about how much would the rest of them get from your father's hard-earned money if he or someone distributes his money to them evenly. How do you like that? I would go and fuck that guy up. That's what I would do. Who the hell gives you the right to even consider the idea that maybe just as a scientific debate, how about we talk about Alan Joseph's money and we talk about the people from Yemen? Because I just covered the subject today and I'm aware of how much GDP per capita a Yemeni gets. $2,000. So a Yemeni one per year gets $2,000. I just, on average, I verified today, 2020 or something. Now, how much do you think this highly educated, chosen guy makes a year? Well, he is right here, Alan Joseph. You can see his face. This is the guy who thinks it's okay to take your money. Look at his face. You understand. So this guy is very much seasoned financial professional who gained valuable experience at renowned institutions like TD Bank, and his academic background at York University, so he's Canadian, at a freelance writer. So people hire him to write, has contributed to reputable publications like the Toronto Star, Niagara Falls Review, World Atlas, and ETF Central, covering a wide range of topics. You got this guy? So this guy right here comes from York University, which is Canada's third largest university. Got it? All right, good. We got now what's going on with this guy. So yeah, I would say that Mr. Alan Joseph, not only by name, by education, and by trade, he makes a lot of money. Let's give him $100,000 a year. I can give him 200, but I'm going to be conservative. He makes, let's say, $100,000 a year. So how many Yemenis do you think could, get, let me see, how much money would every person get if we just distribute it evenly to, let's say, 50 Yemenis? So 50 Yemenis will get this guy's year's money, right? They make $2,000 a year. So 2,000 you multiply by 5, right? Plus, you get to about 100,000, don't you? From 2,000. Then you got 20,000 plus, you got about, right? So about 50 Yemenis can live out of Mr. Whatever's money. Why don't we think that way? Remember, they always make us look up. And they look at these guys out there, the billionaires, as some very hungry, horrible people who somehow, they're wealthy because of you. They took it from you somehow. That's the whole thing. He's talking about distributing his money as if it's, Charles, Louis the 16th and Maria Antoinette or something. He just, oh my God, these guys have, and they took it from us. No, they didn't take it from you. They didn't take it. Opa, meow, meow, did you bring that toy to me? That's very nice. The cat is ready to go to bed. So my point here is this. They dehumanize people with money as if they somehow got the money by stealing. I don't know, some of them might, some of them might not. I don't know if Mr. Alan Joseph stole his money or not. I'm not going to talk about distributing his money. Remember when you have people like, what's his name, Bernie Sanders, a communist living in the capitalist system. I think he's worth a few $1 million. You take Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, remember? He's worth about $12 million or $7 million. All these guys are millionaires, but they talk about taxing the billionaires. Now, there are people in poorer areas on this planet that make less than the Yemenis. So I can use them as an example and talk about Bernie Sanders. For them, Bernie Sanders is like Musk is for us. A person with $100,000 or $200,000 a year versus I don't know how many billions, tens of billions of dollars Elon Musk is like a guy from, let's try, Papua New Guinea. One of those guys who are, okay? Those guys, we are their Elon Musk. All of us, each of us. So we should distribute the money over there somehow. And remember, this guy is talking about someone's father. He's talking about, what if we get this guy's money and we distribute it? What kind of talk is this? And this is now common use of this kind of idiocracy. How much money would they tax this guy? The billionaires make too much. According to whom? They should pay their fair share. Who decides what the fair share is? You? Why you? Now, you can say, well, the community wants, because, you can't do that. Tomorrow, if we say, okay, let's vote if we take Elon Musk's money, and we're all going to vote for it, and we take Elon Musk's money, that is illegal. Per constitution, private property, and so on. You can't do that. But let's say they change the constitution. They make the laws therefore, if you see the richest guy in town, let's vote. Take his money. He's not the richest, he's gone. The next one, we take the money to everybody, and then other people will take our money. Because remember, people in the West are a tiny minority. tiny minority of the wealth. Now, if you take, I'm talking about the number. So let's take United States of America, 330 million, let's say, on average. About. Let's take European Union. Take European Union about what? Let's say 500,000, right? So you got about what? 800,000 people. 800,000, Jesus Christ. 800 million people. You might take from Japan, you maybe get to, I don't know, the people who live in the rich countries. I would get to 1.5 billion out of 7. And I'm very, very liberal in this. So $1.7 billion live in potentially rich countries. Now, if you compare a guy who lives in, let's say, Romania, who is in the West, versus a guy who lives in, I don't know, in, how do you call it? Let's say the Switzerland, the income is different. We can use other examples. So if you just look at this, they're a tiny minority that makes $100,000 or let's say $150,000 a year. Maybe you are at the 1 percentile of the whole world. There where you are, you're a billionaire if you make $100,000 versus the rest of the world, you are their billionaire. So if they vote, they can take your money. Therefore, why don't you pay your fair share? You're a billionaire for the rest of the world. Just living in the United States of America and making, let's say, $100,000 a year. Versus the average income on this planet, you are definitely the richest motherfucker right there. There's some a little bit richer than you. So what if the rest of the world talks about your income, then you think, oh my God, I have only $100,000 a year. Only $100,000 a year, man. Come on, I can't buy a, Bugatti every day. But people think I'm going to take my, and who decides that you make too much? I heard so many people saying, why do you need 7 cars? Are you going to drive them all in the same time? I need them because I can. I can have them, and you can't. Fuck off. Now, I'm not defending them, but how in the hell you think that way versus another human being who didn't take the money from you? He's not like a king, and you're a serf. No, you are a free person. Elon Musk made his money in his lifetime, and many Bezos was like you and I. I mean, uglier and many other things attached to this. But he made his money on his own. Why can't you? Did he take it from you? Prove it. No, I think it's resentment. No, the communist Marxist ideology that they have it because that's a pie. And the pie, it's only like this. It doesn't grow or shrink. It's just like this. And because it's got more, I don't have access to the pie. So how in the hell Bezos got access? How in the hell, you see, the pie can grow. For instance, let's say Mr. Zuckerberg. How in the hell he's got a multi-billion fortune? From you, whom he took it. He created something. I'm not going to go into how and who helped him and who financed him. He was not the genius guy, the only guy who invented, think about a Facebook. Please. He is in cahoots with other agencies and people. So let's put it aside. But nevertheless, he created something out of nothing. He didn't take from you. Facebook was nothing around. He made it. The pie grew. He didn't take it from you. He didn't grab you by the neck and say, you're going to subscribe to Facebook, right? You're going to have Facebook Meta. No, nothing like that. You did it voluntarily. Tomorrow, if all of us decide not to use Facebook, he should, and YouTube is not Meta. These guys, that's it. He's going to go bankrupt or he's going to think of something else. So again, that's outrageous. It is... I'm not going to even look at how much money would every American get. It's very easy. He's going to just divide by the number 330 million. To that is going to be about 960 per million. Fuck off. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is thievery. This is robbery. This just the mentality. This article was not meant for a scientific paper. Like, let's potentially. No, it was made with the idea he's got too much. This is how we can get if we somehow go to his house and with our pitchforks and with our torches and get him. That's the way I say it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.